To create a biodiversity graph, you'll need two types of information. One is a list of all the different types of species found within an ecosystem. And two is a total of each of those species that are found. To get the information to complete both of these columns that we'll use later to create a biodiversity graph, you can use the data that's provided for you. Here, you'll see lots of different types of data. You'll see the types of field cameras that were used. You'll see the season that camera captured data. You also see a list of the species count, whether or not there are babies or young present, and you can also see a photo that the actual field camera took. For us to complete both of our columns that we need to use to create a graph, let's first organize the information provided for us. As you can see, our species list is mixed up. Right now, the spreadsheet is organized according to date. To first organize this in a way that it's useful for us, let's organize this by species. You can change that by highlighting your entire spreadsheet, going up to the species column, then hit Sort Range. From here, click the button Data has a header row, and we want to sort by species. Now you can tell that our spreadsheet or data is organized according to the species that were captured by the field cameras. The first thing you want to do now is to write down the names of each of these species into our species list that we have going here. So for an example, right now I have a list of just 3 species, but you want to continue to go on and list all the different species that you find in the species list. Now the second thing you want to record after you've listed all the species that you found within your spreadsheet is a total of each of those species that were seen. So let's start with baboon. To find the total of the baboons that were seen in this ecosystem, we want to use the species count column. To do this, you can start with the first baboon that you see listed and highlight all the way down. Once you've highlighted all of the species count for a particular species, in this case baboon, if you look down in the right-hand corner, you'll see that Google Spreadsheets calculates a total for you. In this case, there's 3,729 baboons that were counted within this species count column. We'll use that information to then enter into our columns here. After you found a total for one species, you want to do the same for all the others. Let's pretend that I'd found the same for the second 2 species. I'll just make up some numbers. Once you have a complete list of all the species and each of their totals, we're then ready to make a graph. To create a graph, highlight your 2 columns. And you can go up to this symbol that says Insert Chart. Here, they'll give you an example right away of a chart that you can use. However, if you're not happy with this chart, you can also explore the other types of graphs available. Use the chart editor to customize your graph or change it. The chart type we're looking at right now is a pie chart. Other examples are also provided for you. In this case, it makes the most sense, most likely, to use a pie chart. A pie chart gives you a visual of all the different species that are found in your ecosystem, in addition to their distribution. In this pie chart, we can tell that the buffalo is the largest amount in this ecosystem, meaning in terms of all of the individuals in this ecosystem, buffalo makes up the biggest percentage, or there's the most amount of individuals. You can customize your graph using the chart editor and the Customize tab. Right now you see that our title doesn't really describe our graph very well. To change the title, go down to Title Text. And give it a title. You can then change the font. You can make it bold. If you want, you can even maximize your graph, although that gets rid of the title. You can make it 3D. There's lots of different things you can do within the Customize tab. Play around with the features and create a graph that you're happy with.